Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Apostle Alfred Uyinosa, the man wey dey talk am as e be, say make we try to dey help each other for Edo State. Apostle Alfred don call our rich men for Edo State make dem try help our youth for Edo State. Our youth don talk to the one wey dey cut ticket or sell land. Make I leave you make you hear from Apostle Alfred the message wey e bring come today. Enjoy the video.
My people, na good evening, on a good morning, good afternoon. Wayabo we obota obava. Wabe obege kai. Kino jeme kino ma ijeme wayabota. Anyway, Apostle Alfred Uyinosa. Oteme mirema na biche Victor Olise. Ya igwalege ya gwe viedo gwabutana. Ni maagwegbi magwabutana. This evening, I will talk to my Bini people. But before then, I'm going to let you to the music. My people, una good evening again. Quickly, my brother there, make him introduce himself again.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Depending on where you take the connect with us again this lovely evening. Thank Baba God. Say, don't give us the grace and the privilege to see another beautiful day like this. My name is Siriman Victor Olise.
Talk him as he be in the broadcast of truth. When it be say, we dey talk him as he be. That's why I love the German. The German believe in truth. They will talk him as he be, straight ahead. Don't they look back. Oriove gagele kinamwe or John Way Jivevo or Bomoto or G. Time don't reach for our Benin people for us to start make we begin to help ourselves. Time don't reach. How many of our traditional rulers go fit boast to say he gives so number of our youth scholarship to any university, whether within Nigeria or outside Nigeria? How many of our elders for Edo go fit boast for national telly say he give 200 Edo EDG scholarship to study for any university of their choice? Now, because we know they help ourselves, that's why things get us a be for our land. I will call some people this evening, and una way they watch this broadcast, una go tell us if una don't benefit like that from a domain. The first person I want to call this evening, our chief, the Esama Benin Kingdom. Sir, you get university. How many Edo EDG they under scholarship for Igbinedion University? To say there are 550 Edo EDG under scholarship for Igbinedion University. If I thought you know Igbinedion give them the scholarship, how many Edo man they give the scholarship for Igbinedion University? Now we get Archbishop Bessie Dausa University, Edo man. How many Edo EDG now they give scholarship for Bensi Idahosa University? They go fit come national telly. They go fit publish and say, for this university, we get Edo EDG 20 or 100 when they under scholarship. How many? Chief Osamede Adun, Chief Bobby Zoa. How many Edo youth male or female, you don't give scholarship. To say, go study for any university of your choice. Or any work where you want to learn. I am responsible till you finished. And my people, they listen to this broadcast. If una don't benefit like that, una get brother or sister when you don't benefit like that, make una call now to say, Apostle, my brother, my sister, it don't benefit from the scholarship scheme. Where social person for a do man, they go ahead. Igodomigodo the Gramania of the Nigeria when he go House of Rep, when he be say use Gramania to do rubbish. Sir, how many Edo man you don't put on that scholarship? You give them scholarship, make them go study for any university of their choice. How many? Chief Bobiswa, how many Edo youth you don't give scholarship to go study for any university? Igodomigodo, the Gramania, no ye Gramania do van. How many of those people you don't give scholarship sponsored by you to study in any university? Or you can't give them scholarship to study abroad? Samson Osage, how many Edo youths you don't empower and you give them scholarship to study in any university? And they call her name. The former deputy governor of Edo State, Right Honorable Odubu, and a two-time member of House of Rep. Oga, good evening, sir. How many Edo youths you don't give scholarship to say there are 500 Edo youths under the sponsorship scheme led by Honorable Pius Oyedubu from Oriomo, from anywhere? How many Edo people? No wonder we can't get lazy youth for Benin because they don't agree sponsor them. They only work when they give them to the cut tickets. Now to the wake up in the morning, turn up chair. They be rendering our youth useless and lazy. Because we don't agree empower the youth. Our youth go wake up in the morning. They go under tree. They smoke, they drink. They look for land where they want to sell. Make I allow my brother Von talk because of the verse this evening. We go tell you now how it be.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, good evening. I'm a broadcast. Yes, I'm a broadcast. Good evening. You broadcast now. You're coming back, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Let's go ahead, my brother.
All right. This evening topic, when we say make all of us sit down, make all of us dissect today. Now, a very, very fundamental topic when we say the topic on the foundation of development for any society. We don't get opportunity rather, and we don't get opportune as well to flip through history and then see how and waiting our own parents, the elders, enjoy. And then the stage when Nigeria did today as a country. We know, say, no nation, no state, no community feel rise above a level of knowledge. I want to repeat them again. We know, say, no state, no country, no community, no family and no individual he rise above level of knowledge. And knowledge over the past years, decades, have been buried under the ground. Our parents, most especially those people when give opportunity to the leaders, they don't feel identify the strength of knowledge. And then they know, say, if the incoming generation get access to knowledge, they no go fit pay for power. So they ensure, say they hide knowledge away from the people. And once you hide knowledge away from the people, they have no option than to remain your subordinates forever. This now why we say today Toka Masibi must come out from a different dimension, such that we go begin to the question authorities when don't hide access to knowledge from our people. This now why you go see mature boy in his 30s, in his early 40s. He sit down gidigba in Papa house. Yes. This today broadcast, so it go open some people mind. This today broadcast, so it go vex some people. It get what they call confronting the brutal fact. And in confronting the brutal fact, it go offend people. Because there is no access
To good information.
to knowledge. This now why you see, say our own sisters, our own daughters, they accept to go into prostitution when their mama they back them up. Their mama, they back them up to the do. Why?
Oh God, go ahead.
Why? Because of say one thing they call knowledge
They hide them.
has been hidden away from them from their birth. And so they've been consciously breeded in an environment of ignorance. May we cite another example. Why would I think say they'll just tell person say see bomb, carry this bomb, enter that church, or carry this bomb, enter that market, and in the next 30 minutes, see where you go press. If you press her, everybody go die. And once everybody die, you too die. You are going to heaven. Do you know what has happened in that process? They have consciously breed that individual in an environment of ignorance. And so we think say they be mumu. They don't be mumu. They are exhibiting a level of knowledge they've been able to acquire. Drag it down back to Edo State. Knowledge has been the major reason why our communities, why our societies, why our states, and why our families continue to remain in our present state. This is why we say education in any form, either it is formal, semi-formal, or informal, education in any form is paramount to the sustainable development of any society. Now let's take it further as well. Our elders will drag now. Our elders, most especially the foundation of development, which are local elders in our communities, which are chiefs. Una know so many things, una they hide. if people know? How would you open your eyes, watch set of young people sit down with you under the tree, drinking, smoking, and then you send them to go and pursue how to sell lands? You give them the authority to go and chase people who wants to bring development in the state, and they'll come back, come meet una, say, we don't come back, we don't seize their materials, we don't come back, we don't seize their equipment, we don't pursue them. In short, at some point in time, they kill people. And una open una eyes and allow make it continue. You open your eyes and allow it to continue. As we speak, for Igbinedion University for you, the last time I checked, the Kano State governor, they sponsor over 1,000 Northerners for Igbinedion University. Yes. Now, know how much we don't. Now, let's take it further as well. We've had people, I was talking to Apostle today, and I tell Apostle something. I said, Nigeria as a country is not responsible to anybody. Why are we?
Excuse me.
All right.
Hello, good evening. Yeah, good evening. Please, I'm on broadcast coming back. Yeah.
All right. That Nigeria as a nation is not responsible. Nigeria, for anything. Why is it that we in Edo State, we from the south, have not yet opened our eyes to know that we have to be responsible for ourselves?
I want to ask some question again. Brother, God will bless you.
Yes.
Among our people where they are abroad, can you tell us that you were being sponsored to abroad to study by any chiefs in Edo? If yes, call in and tell us yes. How many of our Edo indigenous under scholarship for foreign land? How many? Be sponsored by the state government, by the chiefs, and a so-called businessmen in Edo State? How many? I will continue to recall on a name this evening. The cause now be the root of problem for the state, and on be responsible for the high rate of criminality. Our youth is becoming so lazy because our elders make them so. Our so-called fathers make them so. How many Edo youth they on that scholarship for Western country to say, the state government sponsor me, chiefs or so place sponsor me, they are responsible for my upkeep. Because you guys are selfish and wicked. Our daughters are not going to prostitution. Our guys are going into crime. Joining all kind of court.
So it is very, very important for us to understand, say, we need to continue to talk to ourselves. We need to continue to expose certain things. Get so many things that don't hide away from us. The pain here is, as at the time when technology meets our generation, access to the right information not dey available. And so, our generation grab information when not dey useful to them. And this now why you go see say many and hundreds and thousands of our people, they subscribe on a daily basis, but They don't get the mindset to search for the right information to listen to. Why? Because the internet has been flooded with so many wrong informations that will shift their attention from seeing the truth, from knowing the truth. I want to say something this evening. We go talk, God will talk. Some people go say, God will help us. If some people say, God will help us, we try to fight back, say, God will never help us. I want to ask one question. Of all the nations across the world, we know the promise when God gets with Israel. Of all the countries across the world, Israel as a nation. God no hide them. Other countries, God bend mouth. He hide them, they talk the way go take stand for them. But for Israel, God come out gidigba. He talk am as they be. Say me, I will stand with Israel. And no nation on earth shall defeat Israel. I want to say something. Upon as God come out, take talk say he go stand with Israel. Una see say Israel fold their hands, say God don't say he go protect us. God don't say he go fight for us. So last, we just go rest. That's a very big lie. The Israel, they see ensure, say they build their nation. They ensure, say their security apparatus.
They build that the nation when God said.
That's the nation when God
said, I am with you.
The people understand, say, for God word to come to pass,
they must walk.
They must use man. That man must walk. They must use man. That man must walk. So why we sit down in our cathedrals, why we sit down in our churches, why we sit down in our mountains to pray and expect that God hears our prayers? That's a very big lie.
And God can never come down. Never.
I tell people this, that God don't bless you from the heavens. No. God blesses you through men. So that means God's blessings come from God through men to men. And this is why the sustainable development of this state, the sustainable development of this nation would come from God through men on earth. Not from God on earth. Never. From God through men on earth. Now, who will be held responsible? The Kano man would never be held responsible for whatever developments we expect to see in Edo State. The Delta man will never be held responsible for the development we need in Edo State. The Ondo man will never be responsible for the kind of development that we need or we expect in Edo State. The Edo man must set the template. The Edo man must be intentional. The bridge where Wike they do for Rivers State, now Buhari go do am. It was done by a Rivers man for Riverance. And this is why we say, for us to tackle the issue of ignorance, mediocrity,
sacrifice
for Edo State, then the Edo man must intentionally be ready to solve this problem. And who will lead? Who will lead? Who will lead?
Let me play this music again. I say make I play this music again. Now let we go fit develop our state. Avec Maya Fair, avec Nigi, avec Amen. They man who sponsor Arewebo no risco. Ik biano ira dramico. Avec Nigi, avec Amen, avec governor. Unwe wagi sponsor ve dona, no wagi sponsor Arewebo no gari school. Oh, wala di boy bege wagari Uniben. Wagarie eboma. Wagarie baga ziges kunuwa. Unu wagi dem unu wa dem nu wagi u. Ai na mege ori ove na do wa so moto. Ava moto ya fe ya goloto ni ya kin. Ede wa gbe abi gbama. Abo kagele iye ya rututu otete ran idanyo ise siga isili ho agbaloto ni ya kin. Logi yo no yo bowe ni giro. Ibi maro mama gi yo ni yo bowe ni roba. Uda averi mawe ni ya kin to. Ni ya yo school. Ni ya yo wiwe iwe be ni ya webe. Agi mi logi yo bowe mi no bo. Agi ni wala yo ki maroba ne doga manu se do ama emeje ne do ama eye uda emi no ki ave dona eko eri me ai na mege ibi ma ya fe no ke no ga win na office si iye ya fi ticket kia iga mo phone no ke no ye school omanjo oga ki uto oto ga ifo digwi na de hari una o si ege do ekini mayeye ai na mega ekini ave kame ave rimaije ave nige ya ge kini ya fe no development you say no there you know usherela mege ma ave manike bari landia okporo I will play the music ya be ai na mege ori ove ogi time no say ibi man olewe bo na we a governor Edo State of the scholarship in here wakabi ma owe ibi man ore Britain nore Europe nore Canada nore China nore Kuwait nore Dubai Edo State government ore scholarship in here unu wa tani ma wagya ege sere na kaya tema ta megbe over noga mo me umohu we no we dem na apostle kita botana gatema ta megbe ege sene ibaka ya tema ta megbe oga gbe ma gun ai na mi are chima ya fe nogi we mu no boyiro iti o mo gba wo tare na laro teme ba na mi ga be youth ni re na gi oni ri nwina ana mi ede wa gbe ye wa la tutu gbera awa titiga awa danyo iki o to mo sunu o bo motor oji Crosby Eribo, your father have now your papa like build Testament for Testament Road where they do clothes. How many adult people, Crosby Eribo, where you give scholarship? You have been one time local government chairman for a go. You don't become House of Assembly. What I will call yourself? I don't know what I call you this evening. How many Edo people you give scholarship? How many Edo people you don't help? Not be to say up challenge, object, beluwa. Up chair. We now make our youth to become so lazy. Honorable. Chris Okaibe, the house boy. How many Edo youths you don't give scholarship for abroad? All my people for abroad now when they watch this broadcast. If Now, state government or anybody for Edo State sponsor you go abroad for scholarship? Tell us.
All right. They are privy to get access to history and also information. We know how most of our parents, how those people when sit down today as elders for our communities, how they take get the foundation on how community they support people from different villages to school before now. Now culture when we say it get history on how our villages don't fit take sustain themselves for years. I remember very well. People go say, now so this person they go school, our villagers they'll contribute money, they'll give them. Say mama so and so picking, they go school, they don't go. All these things were the experiences when our elders get. But they kill this experience. They bury this experience. They don't sustain this experience. They don't teach the coming generation that experience. Such that all of us go feel rally around one person, make that person feel better. Then the person too will better finish. You'll come back to society. Now, I remember I hear some stories. How some people, especially medical doctors, and then they train past that time. Say, hey, you want to go study medicine, you want to become doctor, so that because most of the villagers, they be farmers. So if you come back, you go they treat them. And most of all those villages today, go and check the histories of those chemists when they're there. You will tie it to one or two of those people when they train, when come back to build those chemists when they our local communities today. But as we speak, that trend was not sustained. And this now why you now see many of us young people with a wonder about. Tell Apostle something this morning. I say the problem when they happen for Nigeria, it reach for make Nigerians make they claim say
Yeah, jobless.
I beg go the country. I don't see the country spoil no work. So it reach make I capitalize on that to take say no work, and then I will be lazy. I tell Apostle this morning. See, as far as we be citizens of this country, as far as we dey live for this country, for us to grow from this phase when we did to the expected phase, we have to be intentional. That's the right word. So if Edo State decide to reduce the level of ignorance, to reduce the level of illiteracy, could be either formal or informal, then Edo State must be conscious. Edo State must consciously design a program for that aspect. See Dubai as a country. Dubai gets another goal when they want to achieve. That by 2025, that Dubai wants to be the #1 country in the world for anything that has to do with medical. That means say, anywhere you did for this world, anything will make you think about health.
Now Dubai will come your mind.
Say you define any solution for health.
Now Dubai will come your mind.
The first country must come your mind. Now Dubai. Can they achieve it? They've achieved it when it comes to tourism. The best tourist country in the world before Dubai was Singapore. But Dubai had a dream and said, no, we want to be the #1 tourist nation in the world. That was a conscious effort. That was an intentional drive. And as we speak, they are the #1 most tourist nation in the world. And as we speak, they don't already design another goal to achieve for the health sector. So this is why we are saying that if Edo State has been able to identify this as a major problem, it must be an intentional drive by all veritable stakeholders in Edo State, from government to religious leaders to traditional rulers, and then the people themselves must accept the change. Why? This is because it is so shameful, and I say this with no apology. It is so shameful that the number one business that comes to an average Edo man mind is hotel.
Number two.
The number one business.
That's number 10. Number two.
Number two, beer parlor.
Number three.
Then you have the likes of transportation.
No, that will not join.
No, the Edo State get transportation.
I not get with you. I want me you talk. You never you the fear.
No, I don't say the fear now.
Continue the name.
Maybe the one when in my mind, maybe in your mind. Talk come on now.
Talk.
No, you talk. I'm not me say.
Agbero.
Okay, I don't know.
No, that's the major business.
No,
okay. Those some of our.
No, I try to talk about an investor when one invests for Edo State. Understand, sir? I talk about an investor when one invests for Edo State. That's my mind there now. You understand? Say, if all of a sudden, person just say, 100 million just enter your account, and Edo man, an average Edo man, out of 10, 100 million just enter your hand. The first business when go come in mind, when you want to do, you want to go build hotel. Now, if we open them wide, not be their fault. Now, the norm, or you better call them norm. Now the tradition, when don't last, and when don't they cultured into the Edo environment. And so waiting go come in mind. Now say want to go build hotel. That means the Edo people must consciously ensure, say no, we want to change the story. We want to change the narrative. And as such, there must be a program designed to achieve that goal. Nobody just carry talk about. There must be a program designed to achieve that goal. So how do we mean? The first question is, what do we want to be known for as a people? What do we want to be known for as a state? If that can be achieved, what do we want to be known for? Then the next question is, how do we empower our people to achieve that task? That's the next question. How do we empower our people? Who are the people we need to train? Who are the people who already have this skill that we can upgrade their manpower? Who are those people? So we are saying that for the Edo people to rewrite the Edo story, there must be an intentional culture that must be stepped down from the highest to the lowest. That could be the child. So as the begin they grow, they begin they hear the Edo vision. We talked about the Edo vision a few days ago. As they begin they grow to the year the Edo vision. We go Irua for one program early this year. And I will put it to you that for every 5 boys within the age of 16 years below, when pass, 3 out of those 5, they dye their hair blue, pink, gold, white. From 16 years below, not be an above, below. They dye their. I can't sit down for the hotel when I lodge. I can't look them. I said, these children never feel rent house. They live with their parents. And their parents allow them on this. Not just that. The society embrace them. The society, they look them saying, at their time, maybe when they grow small, they will get sense. What do you mean by that? What is not good
It's bad.
is bad. And it's high time we begin to correct ourselves. I post something for my status for WhatsApp. And I post something about marriage. And one young boy, 15 years old, now one of my teenagers, he writes me from my inbox. He says, "Sir, thank you very much, sir. I just read your chat and I have changed my mind." And I say, "What do you mean?" He said, "You don't decide when I say no, marry." 15 years old boy. Say you don't decide for him, let's say no, marry. Say worst come to worst. You go just give girl belle, you go collect him pikin. 15 years old boy.
Because of waiting, you don't see, waiting they happen for the land.
So you think that little correction when you want to correct that boy so or that girl so, it not go work. Who told you that? So the first thing we must do is to begin to live a life of exemplary lifestyle. Such that when you start to correct people, they will first see your own lifestyle, then they go marry them to what you they talk about. That is what the Edo people must present. Consciously.
Yeah. My people, as Victor they talk, the anger in me they boil. How many will we talk? We know they carry the talk. Victor, you observe, say, for Selu, the traditional grant for Selu, the whole of that area is undeveloped. Underdeveloped. Why? It be where did they get this significant structure? Nothing good they ever come out from those areas. The behind Uselu traditional ground, Anigboro, Iyase, Rose Street. What is going on? And we get enough chief from that area. What una they do with the money when they enter on our hand? How many of our people, our chief, go feel both of giving scholarship or say they don't give scholarship? This is my point, oh. And this is where me and they come from. How many of a dope person they abroad under scholarship from our chief, from churches, from anywhere? Anybody apology? How many Edo pastor go feel come on air now? I'm an Edo man. There are 50 person under my control that I gave scholarship, or 20. I'm talking about Edo pastor now, Edo bishop. How many people that don't give scholarship? How many? I talk about Bessie outside university. How many Edo man did there for under scholarship sponsored by an Edo man? Which I don't know if you get them.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Edo man. Igbenedion University. How many Edo EDG did there under scholarship? Where people like Igbenedion give them the scholarship and Edo man from the state now give them the scholarship. How many Edo girls there for University of Benin teaching hospital? They do internship training sponsored by an Edo man, by any chiefs, under scholarship. What could they talk about as they be? Tell friend truth, you know they spoil friend, but truth they spoil so many friends now. And what is not good is bad. I say my eye they red. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Well, anybody where they verse how they talk true, you want to attack me with evil, and evil will kill you. Anybody where they verse, you want to carry broadcast, go anywhere to say, hey, una want plan evil against me. As on the planner, una go down of heart attack.
Amen.
Because truth will they talk as it be. All our elders, una don't render our youth useless. When the people they don't get future. The only thing that they do is to enter back, They move from side to side. They look for material with the one seat. Sir, if these youth they're on that scholarship, they carry back, they go where they see people
That
practice.
means they already have a meaningful life now.
They already have a meaningful life. For Uniben now, Uniben, how many of our sons and daughters they on that scholarship?
Make I even shock you.
I bet shock me, my
As
brother.
University of Benin, so
Yes.
90% of the students for University of Benin are not Edo indigens.
You are 100% correct.
They are not Nadia Ego. They are not Edo indigens. Not Edo indigens. All thanks to Oshodi. Now Oshodi can't devise more strategy to take see how University of Benin go be Edo University. How University of Benin go be Edo University. Now show the devise more strategy and it do am, it dey work small. Our drive this evening, now the harm when ignorance the cause for our society. And then our goal this evening now to speak on the foundation of where the ignorance they come from.
May I quick ask one of our guys question? Captain Osa, good evening, sir. Domo, sir. La Unema Ure scholarship in Anore Weibo. How many people? Captain Osa, Kodade. Unwe Ema Ivye Dodu Were scholarship in Anore Weibo. Nore a school. Ana mege we ozige school near scholarship. How many? With your wealth. Unu we do with this scholarship now. Then Isayamu, Pastor Isayamu, POI. Unu we do with this scholarship now. How many do youth Pastor Isayamu don't give scholarship to outside politics? To say Isayamu, sir, can you come on national telly? You can't tell the whole world. Say you don't give 50 Edo indigenous scholarship to study anywhere in the world. How many? So now, on our job today, turn our youth to political talks. Up chair, they give a 50 naira. I would call on a name. Now, I they talk before. May I go back again? Captain Osa, Domo, sir. Only we do with a scholarship in Norire University. Nore Uniben, Nore Boma, Nora Uchi, Norire Webo. Ana mega awe a Captain Osa Ozige school niya. Oh, is a yamu. Na POI. Only we do with a scholarship in Norire Webo. Only we do with a power. Ana me working company niya. Una power ya. How many? Yeah, no water. Eri Dagbo. No way, woman amiga lesson wagu. Eri Dagbo, sir. How many Edo indigene of our youth you don't give scholarship to? Can you come on national telly to tell the whole world that you have been able to sponsor 50 Benin youth to any school of their choice within and outside the country? Tell friend truth in this boyfriend. What is not good is bad. Talk about CDB. A community where good people for keep quiet, armed robber will become general overseer.
Yeah. The matter na matter when we say if we say me with drag am, and me with the drag am they go. But here's the point. The point here be say, for those people when get access to information right now, I beg, make we start to educate ourselves. That has been the only weapon when these evil politicians they used against us. That has been the only weapon. How that a politician go carry you to sit down, tell and say, oh yeah, wanna rally around for me once I win. Now go they collect tickets for this junction. Like seriously?
Wicked people.
Like seriously? Is that the best that can be offered to an Edo man by an Edo man? To an Edo man by an Edo man?
Wicked
No.
people.
I think
Wicked
the Edo
people.
people deserves more. And as such, if we continue to talk to ourselves in one way or the other, say the message they spread, people will begin to know the truth. If we just believe, say, people, they know what they do not lie, oh. The small work what they do, don't give us opportunity to encounter hundreds and thousands of people. If you now see the way people today think, una will say, really, no wonder politicians they easily cajole people. Yes. Let's see how we'll continue to spread this good news. We'll see how we go continue to talk to ourselves. That will feel reduce the community of ignorance.
Now we talk this thing. A girl where we go take measurement. Only for the person who did that area. You say, Mona, inflate the price, oh. I'm missing, I'm there around. Now I tell my boy, I say, give me the right meter. No ad. One verse, play verse. Why would they do ourselves? And time don't reach for us to begin to help ourselves. Once you see why I don't have one position, you know what angry. Me do that I don't my climb. Egiahu. That's the language. The meaning of Egiahu.
No.
You know the less do. Egiahu. Ogbarangbari. Egiahu. 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 You know go let do. You know go let do. That's the only statement coming out from a Edo man if given opportunity. Thank God for Oshodi. We don't leave good legacy. The rest of us, zero. Zero. Egiahu, 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 Egiahu. You know, let us do. But Hausa man go come there, he go let them do. MPDC, Airport Road. Binima was there, he said no let person, he let them do. You know, employ anybody. Hausa man come on shoemaker. When I go check street, normal Hausa man they do shoemaking work again. Now foreigners they do shoemaking and go and find out. All of them they work where and they're anywhere. Egiahu. Egiahu. When a dog woman go take one position, he want to oppress all of the Edo women. So that they worship him. Wicked people. Even wako or working at all. But the gospel they preach this evening, not the gospel of reconciliation, not the gospel of truth, the gospel of knowledge, and to open our eyes to say our mumu don't do.
Yeah, thank you so very much. See, when I connect with us again this evening, we don't feel talk to ourselves again today. Don't forget, say, talk must be in our program when we say we'll continue to enlighten ourselves. That's a major aim of Talk must be. Continue to expose ourselves to the pools of truth, such that we will ensure, say we become the change when we expect to see for our society. We will ensure that we stand Gidigba to be the voice of the voiceless for communities, for societies, for our families. If Jesus tarries, and God willing, we'll continue to the stand for the truth.
God bless all of you now. We'll continue from here tomorrow.
Abeg, help us share this video and let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Edo State. Make I leave you now with this video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.